Hi everyone. I just wanted to hop on here and chat with some of you guys. So today I woke up thinking about my New Year's resolutions, and some people don't like to call them New Year's resolutions. Some people prefer to call them. I had a patient this past week talk about how she was calling them her intentions. So whether you want to say intentions, your New Year's resolutions, your goals, your declarations for the year, they're all the same. And so I woke up thinking about mine. I was a little bit frustrated. Have been achieving some of them and sticking with them, but one of them, I'm up here in Canada. I don't know where you're watching from, but it's been really cold the last week. And so I haven't been doing that half an hour walk that I had said that I would. So anytime, like when I'm working with patients, this is what I talk about all day long with patients. Right at the end of our sessions, we talk about how are your goals going, your previous goals that were set. We talk about setting new goals. And I'm there as a sounding board to, help them problem solve if they're not able to achieve goals. So this goes on all day long, 5 days a week. This is what I do. So I woke up thinking, for myself, how can I reevaluate this? And so the solution for me is going to the gym instead for that walk on the treadmill where it's nice and warm. So right now, running a couple errands, and then and that's what I'm going to do. So what I would recommend, there's lots of tips that I give patients. And again, I think of them for myself, for goals is number one, don't set too many goals for yourself. It's better to achieve 1 or 2 goals than to set 10 for yourself and not achieve them, right? You're just going to feel lousy about yourself. We want to build up confidence. We want to build up momentum. And we want to feed into your self-esteem that, yes, I can do this. And we want those goals to stick. We don't want something that you do it just for a month. I often talk to patients about that these are lifestyle changes that we're making, that it's not something we're just going to do, for 2 months and then that's it. So that's one thing I would suggest, is not to have too many. And then number 2, what you want to do is you want to make sure that they're small, that let's say there's a large goal that you have, but you want to break it down into steps, and then just take that off as baby steps to get to that larger goal. So yeah, that would be number 2, is to make sure that they're manageable and realistic. We often talk about goals in terms of SMART goals. So SMART, it's an acronym. They use it definitely in the fitness world, in the nutrition world, and even in the business world. So S is for specific. So that's where you're going to get very specific in what you're doing. So you don't just say, oh, I'm just going to eat more vegetables. I usually walk clients through, okay, but how does that look? Right? And I might remind them, you told me you hate salads. So let's be more specific. I'm going to eat 1 serving of cooked vegetables at lunch and dinner, right? Because that's more realistic for that particular person if they don't like raw vegetables or salads. So being specific, you want something measurable. You want achievable. So that's where, again, breaking it down into smaller steps so that it's something that you could achieve. Realistic. And then time bound. So you do want to give yourself, a time to get this accomplished, right? It could be, for New Year's resolutions, like you're saying, okay, for this year, this is what I'm going to be doing. So being not too many goals, make them small. And then the other thing I often talk to patients about is stacking. So I love this concept. So this is where you stack a current thing that you normally do, a current habit. So this is when you're trying to change habits, with a new one. And so you stack them on top of each other. So what I mean by that, so for example, let's say every morning you get up, like clockwork, you get up, go downstairs, and you make yourself a cup of coffee. You sit on the couch and you read emails. What you do instead, if let's say you want to start walking, daily and get more physical activity in, what you might do is you come down, make yourself a cup of coffee, but you make it in a to-go container. And then you take that coffee and you go outside for a 20-minute walk. So that way you've stacked something that you normally have been doing with a new habit. It could be that on top of that, once you've got that down pat, you know, that's your morning routine now. You make your coffee, go for a walk. And then maybe you come in and that's when you take your supplements. Let's say you're trying to remember to take your vitamins and minerals. That's when you start to take them. So you see where you can keep stacking a couple, you know, and then start like having a new morning routine for yourself. And then lastly, the other tip I have, research shows that if you write down your goals, your New Year's resolutions, you're more likely, 42%, I've seen research where it says 42% more likely to keep that goal. Anyways, so what I'd love if you want, comment below what your goals are. You know, if you've set any New Year's resolutions for yourself, I would love to see them. And if you are struggling, write that down. And, you know, I would love if other people comment and try to give some, you know, different ideas or tips. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one.